Hey there, if you're a New Jersey resident and you were born in 1965, listen up, because your clock is officially ticking. You're coming up fast on that critical age 62 claiming window. And honestly, what you decide to do over these next 12 months, it's going to define your financial landscape for the rest of your life. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're cutting right through the noise to build you a definitive Social Security strategy. Look, this isn't some generic advice meant for anyone anywhere. This is a highly focused, professional breakdown tailored specifically for New Jersey dynamics. We're going to talk about auditing the very real and very complex systems that federal bureaucracy has set up, making sure you don't surrender your financial leverage before you even reach the starting line. Okay, here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover the age 62 wake-up call, the New Jersey earnings trap, process and health blind spots, the survivor benefit crisis, and finally, your strategic action plan. Let's dive right into Section 1, the age 62 wake-up call, and why you might be losing financial leverage. There's this dangerous myth floating around. Most folks kind of passively think retirement planning just magically starts the day they turn 62, like it's a birthday present that arrives in the mail. But the reality? If you're waiting until your 62nd birthday to start engineering your strategy, you've already lost a massive amount of leverage. 67. If you were born in 1965, the undeniable mathematical reality is that your full retirement age, your FRA, is locked firmly at exactly 67. Not 66, not 65, exactly 67. And this number is crucial, right? It's the federal anchor point for your entire lifetime benefit calculation. Understanding that 67 is your true finish line for full benefits is the only way to really grasp the severe penalties of jumping the gun. It is literally the baseline against which every single other decision is measured. 30%. So what happens if you rush to pull the trigger the very month you turn 62? Well, the federal government hits your baseline monthly lifetime check with a permanent 30% reduction. And let me be absolutely clear about this. This isn't some temporary dip until you reach your full retirement age. No way. This is what's known as the permanent tax. It locks in a substantially lower standard of living for the rest of your life. It's a staggering metric both emotionally and financially, and it's exactly why nailing down your strategic timing is absolutely paramount. Moving on to Section 2, the New Jersey earnings trap, or what happens when you're working while claiming. This is our first hitting deadline, and it's absolutely critical for those of you in New Jersey who plan to keep working, whether you're an active professional, a business owner, or consultant. You see, the Social Security Administration has a very strict working limitation. We call it the earnings test trap. If your earned income stays below $24,480, you're generally in the clear. But the very moment a 62-year-old in New Jersey decides to keep working and their income crosses that specific $24,480 cap, boom, a massive penalty kicks in. The SSA will withhold $1 of benefits for every $2 you earn above that limit. Think about that for a second. You're working hard, you're paying New Jersey taxes, and you're actively having your Social Security benefits clawed back all at the same time. If you don't prepare for it, it completely cannibalizes any early claiming strategy you might have had. All right, Section 3, process and health blind spots, and the need for an operational runway. Because beyond just the math of the benefits, there are systemic, structural traps waiting to catch unprepared early claimants off guard, mainly federal processing delays and a huge gap in health coverage. Let's talk about the 4-month rule. You'd be shocked by the misconception out there among folks who expect to just apply on their 62nd birthday and get paid the very next day. Actually, federal infrastructure does not work like that at all. There's a mechanical processing lag built straight into the SSA system. You actually need to file your application up to 4 months in advance of your target start date. If you wait until your birthday month to tell the government to send the money, you're going to hit a frustrating wall of operational delays. You absolutely need an operational runway to make sure your cash flow actually starts when you need it to. And that introduces a massive strategic blind spot. Let's say you make the decision to leave the workplace, and by extension, your employer-sponsored health insurance, at age 62. Well, there's a stark reality waiting for you. Medicare doesn't kick in until age 65. That is a code-critical 3-year void. So how are you bridging that gap? An unexpected medical event during those 3 years, without a bulletproof health coverage bridge solution, can completely wipe out your retirement assets. It makes the whole idea of claiming early totally self-defeating. You just cannot plan your income without simultaneously planning your healthcare bridge. Section 4, the survivor benefit crisis and the joint income variable. This is where system optimization becomes absolutely essential, because individual decisions carry massive household consequences. There is a devastating domino effect here. And it looks like this. Step 1, you decide to file early at age 62. Step 2, your personal lifetime check is permanently reduced by 30%. But here's the real kicker. Step 3, filing early doesn't just lower your individual check, it actively shrinks the spousal survivor benefit chassis. If you, as the early filer, pass away first, your surviving widow or widower doesn't get to reset the clock. Nope, they inherit the exact same diminished benefit that you locked in at 62. Pulling the trigger early without a joint income strategy traps your surviving spouse with a permanently disabled income floor for the rest of their life. You have to treat the household as a complete ecosystem, not just two separate individuals. To put it plainly, a shift of just 6 months in your filing date completely reshapes your retirement asset lifespan. You simply cannot guess these complex, joint life calculations on the back of a standard napkin at the kitchen table. Moving your claiming date by a mere 180 days fundamentally alters your tax exposure, your spouse's survivor floor, and exactly how long your overall portfolio will last. Having a precise, software-backed strategy isn't just a luxury, it's an absolute necessity to protect your family's future. Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, your strategic action plan. It is time to pivot from the pitfalls to the solutions. And trust me, generic advice is not going to cut it here. You need localized, specialized expertise. To get this right, you need clarity. The strategy we recommend utilizes a proprietary platform layer to audit your actual retirement income numbers. This gives you a one-on-one visual analysis of your household strategy. And the best part? There are no clunky software downloads or complicated installations. The whole process runs in a private, secure web RTC roadmap workspace, right from the comfort of your own home. By putting your specific data front and center, we can optimize your timeline month by month until we secure the absolute perfect structural fit for your family. Because seriously, don't navigate a federal bureaucracy through a generic government 1-800 number line. The person on the other end of that phone at the SSA, they are not a fiduciary. They're actually not allowed to give you strategic advice, and they for sure don't know the specifics of your New Jersey tax liabilities. The smartest route is working with one of the fewer than 20 certified specialists in New Jersey who run these specialized optimization engines. You need someone who actually speaks the language of the system to extract the maximum leverage out of it. So the ultimate question is this: are you going to leave your retirement to chance, just crossing your fingers and hoping you don't trigger the earnings trap, the health insurance void, or the survivor benefit crisis? The best move you can make is to take control. Use the personalized link and audit your actual numbers in a secure web RTC workspace at freesocialsecurityroadmapanalysis.com. Look, the 12-month countdown to age 62 is already ticking. Don't lose your leverage just sitting around waiting for a birthday. The time to optimize your future is right now.